With Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness bringing in Patrick Stewart as Professor X, this has many fans excited for the potential return of Ian McKellen as Magneto. Now we're hearing reports that he might just be making it into the film. Let's start us off with a disclaimer, because I know people can't understand. What I'm about to state is my opinion. That means I'm allowed to have this opinion. It is not a fact. It is what I believe. If you do not believe it, that is cool. That is fine. Respect what I am going to say in regards to what my opinion is. My opinion is that Ian McKellen is one of the greatest castings of all time in relation to comic book films, and his role as Magneto is honestly going to be as hard to beat as it was for anybody to try to live up to what Patrick Stewart did. Yes, James McAvoy tried to be on the level of Patrick Stewart, but it's just not there. Yes, Michael Fassbender tried to be on the level of McKellen, but he did his own thing. You just cannot capture what Ian did as Magneto. To me, it's as good of a casting as Robert Downey Jr., as Chris Evans, and a few others. Again, it's that casting that you just look at, you're like, no, it's perfect. Again, that's my opinion. I just want to state it. I have to state what an opinion is because some people can't understand that. Now that I got that out of the way, people are saying that there is a very high chance that we're going to see this. And some people are saying that due to the fact that we had some photos that were shared by, Patrick Stewart before, and some hints towards returning as Professor X, some comments made by Ian at this point a year ago, a year plus, and him being in a certain location that's kind of, I guess, close to where they were shooting Doctor Strange, that it's possible. And realistically, it is possible. Trust me, I would want and love nothing more than to see him return as Magneto. Again, one of my absolute favorite castings of all time, bar none, to one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. So I'm all in, but my expectations are not high on this. And I get people are hopeful that they're going to be able to pull it off in some way and have him related to Wanda or something. Again, that doesn't make sense anymore unless it's a multiverse version of Wanda that he's the father of, because, well, we already saw her history and her brother and what happened to them in Sokovia, so you can't really work Magneto into that. It just doesn't work anymore for that. But if it's a multiverse version, sure. But I don't also believe that it's like you're going to have Patrick Stewart's Professor X show up and be like, guess what? Party Illuminati, this top secret group. I also brought my friend Magneto. We really hate each other and he's all up about genocide of the human race, but hey, he's looking over the multiverse, right? I don't see that angle either because that seems a little ridiculous to me. So I personally don't know how you work Magneto into the story, especially Ian's version. I just don't see it happening. Would I love it? Sure. Could he appear in the multiverse? Sure. Could Patrick Stewart's, Professor X be like, oh, you're going to need all the help you can get? Well, I know somebody that's willing to fight for himself, and if I tell him that his universe is going to come to an end because he doesn't want to help, oh, he will. Sure, but then again, we're stretching so far backwards to make a reason for why Magneto's in this that it feels like pandering. And I hope they don't do that. Like, to me, it needs to make sense, and him appearing just doesn't make sense, which is why I don't believe the reports that he is going to appear in it.